we were talking about peculiar people and stuff like that. You know, about people who are different. And like
Christians are supposed to be separated from the world.
Yeah.
And they're the most hated.
Well, see, what I'm finding is that certain people are more different.
And Christianity is a life of pain, being a Christian, really. That's what we talked about yesterday, too.
And why is it a life of pain?
Because people look at us as being perfect all the time, and really we're not.
Yeah. See, here's the deal. Some people are different. Like, people who are different from the rest of the world, like, people don't understand it.
Like, I'm not worldly. I hate being worldly, if I am.
And how do you,
I try not to be like the world.
Yeah.
Like the standards, the worldly standards, like, you know, how everything is okay to do, how people dress, you know, is okay, when really it's so freaking inappropriate. Like, you know, it could... What?
Do you know what inappropriate really means?
Yeah.
Tell me what inappropriate means.
What I think inappropriate means is doing something that's not appropriate. Like, I don't know how to... It's, like, hard to describe. Like, inappropriate would be, like, something that shouldn't be said.
Well, and here's the deal. Look, Miranda, I look up words in dictionaries and thesauruses, and so I look up synonyms of words, and so that's one of those words, and I even wrote about that.
It's your class, like how you should conduct yourself.
Well, see, appropriate has many meanings. However, see, it's a synonym of the word relevant, and you may not have known that. See, something is appropriate or relevant when it fits in. It's just right for what you're talking about. Like, you know, for example, that Jehovah's Witness guy bringing that paper about why Jesus' death is important, that was very relevant or appropriate because it was related to what we were doing. It was like the exact kind of thing we were talking about. So
I think that's God, though.
So that's very appropriate.
Do you think it's God or not God that opened the door?
You know, I don't know. But that's the thing is, like, that's relevant. That's appropriate.
Like, where did he come from?
Yeah, and see, when something...
I didn't see his car outside. I was like, that freaked me out.
See, this is something very, very relevant, I must say. Relevant is when something is related, connected, linked, appropriate, affiliated, attached, all this stuff. So, Miranda, today you are very relevant, and you should know that.
How am I relevant?
You are relevant because you're, like, actually talking to me. See, that's the thing. See, somebody's relevant when they're connected. Are you connected?
Yeah, we're connected.
Yeah, we're, like, totally connected. Can't you just tell? Like, see, we're talking about the same stuff.
They're very similar, but we have a kind of difference of opinion.
Right, but here's the deal. All it takes is
doesn't mean we hate each other because of it.
No, we're...
Like...
Yeah, we're different, but we're connected because we have some of the same questions, like, why do we die? You know, we have, yeah. So we're very connected. We're very relevant. We're very appropriate. You're very appropriate, Miranda. And you know what? Some people I know are just inappropriate.
Oh my God.
They're just being irrelevant, you know?
I used to be inappropriate all the time, and then I stopped, and I became different.
Yeah, well, see, here's the deal. I think I used to be very irrelevant or inappropriate.
How?
Well, here's what happened with me. Like, you know, I was always been very isolated. I'm always kind of to myself, introvert, you know.
I almost hated for being a Christian in elementary school.
Well, you know, I tried to be a good Christian. And I read the Bible, and I went to church, but I never liked church. I was always myself.
Did you believe it yourself, or because other people told you to?
It was more because other people told me to. That's what I felt like.
Really?
Like, yeah. And so, you know, I'd read the Bible, and I'm like, I just don't get it. And I'd be reading the Bible about, you know, naked people and fruit. And I'd be reading about Jesus' death, and I'm like, why did Jesus have to die? And I didn't like it. I didn't like it, but everyone's talking about it like, oh, it's so wonderful that Jesus died for us. And, like, I don't know why.
He's coming again. He says, behold, I'm coming soon.
If I meet Jesus,
Not let your hearts be troubled is my favorite scripture.
If I meet Jesus, there's a lot of questions I have to ask.
What's your first question? He's with you all the time anyway.
You think so?
You didn't know that?
No.
He is in the world.
Well, I never understood this.
They're killing Christians in other countries. You knew about that.
You know, everybody's being killed, Miranda. Everyone of any age, every skin color, every religion, everyone's just being killed. And you know, what I'm seeing is I'm seeing that Christians are not, people who call themselves Christians, they're not different than the world. They say they're Christian because everyone wants them to say that. They try to believe things because people tell them that's what they have to believe. But you know, me, I always was very honest. And I'm reading the Bible, and I was trying to talk to God, and I was trying to figure out, well, what's the right thing to do? Why am I here? You know, and that was what I was always about. But you know what? Other people didn't know that. They would ask me.
You should also show people who Jesus is, and that's little things you can do.
And you know what? I don't think people are doing that.
No.
Not really. And you know what? I feel like when people get in debates about the existence of God, or debates about gay marriage and weird stuff like that, you know what? I don't think Jesus would do that. I don't think Jesus would just stand there and argue with people. I think.
Well, the fact that he says, homosexuality and all that stuff, they're going to hell. I mean, obviously.
Well, where did Jesus say that?
I could show you.
You want to show me? Because
I have to try to remember where it is, though.
See, here's the deal. I have not.
I read about sexuality in the Bible because my Bible has little things where they talk about those certain subjects, and I can look them up and get based on scripture. I should have brought my Bible. Dang it.
Yeah, well, this will work too, but you better watch out because Miranda reads about sexuality in the Bible. And
I read about a lot of things that I question, and it answers it by things. I actually journaled a little bit of it too, but
yeah, see, I've never read anything by Jesus even about homosexuality.
But it is in here.
But yeah, I mean, I just feel like people debate things, and what I want people to do is.
What's 1 Corinthians?
I think people get sidetracked because you know what?
Have you read Job?
Oh, yeah.
What do you think of it?
I think it's awful. Like Job has really never offered an explanation for why all these bad things happen to him.
It's horrible.
It is, but
I love the ending story.
It's almost 8 minutes. I'm going to end this one, but we're going to talk about it.